everybody, welcome to the Bones Collector, and this is part 3 of our video series showing everyone our board game library. And this is our bench that goes underneath our dining room table and 2 of our end tables in our living room. So you can see we have quite a few games in our dining room, living room, kitchen area, which is all one big space. And we purposely bought this bench so that we could have some storage on it, and it really comes in handy. But without any more yakking, we want to talk about the games that we're going to present to you today. And let's start right here with Uwe Rosenberg and Cornet van Moorsel and Nova Luna. And we really love Nova Luna.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I love it. It's a puzzle game. It's quick. I really like puzzle games, so it's one of my favorite games.
Of course, Uwe Rosenberg, we have a lot of his games, and we really like it. I think we have 7 or 8 of his games, and there's going to be another one coming up here shortly. But Cornet van Moorsel did a game called Habitats that we really enjoy. So these guys put together, made a fantastic game, and we really love this little game. It's quick and easy, and there's the back of the box, and you're simply selecting tiles. It's a racing game. You have 15 or 19 or 20, I think 20 little discs.
I can't remember.
I think there's 20 little discs that you have, and once you complete one of the tiles, you put a disc on it, and once you have placed all 20 of your discs, the game's over with.
Game's over, you win.
Yeah, first one to get those 20 discs placed wins. So yeah.
It's Stronghold Games, plays in 30 minutes, 1 to 4 players, so it's got a solo variant.
Oh yeah, very nice. Okay, next game we're going to talk about is Dream Home. And Dream Home is 2 to 4 players, ages 7 and up, and a half an hour, and it plays in a half an hour. And my granddaughter really loves this game, and we got it for her and kept it, and we play with her all the time still. And she's 11. I think she's 11.
10.
10?
Yeah.
I don't want her to be 11. I like her at 10.
She's 10.
Yeah, so when she comes over, we still play this game. And you have player boards that are your house. You're going to choose cards from a market. On each card is a room, and you are going to place those rooms in your house in a certain fashion to score points. But yeah, we have a great time with that game.
We do have an expansion in here that allows you to play up to 6 players, and we have played it with 6 players.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit longer, but it plays great.
Easy
no matter
breezy.
What the player count is. It's a fun game.
Yeah, easy breezy, fun, good time, and you build your little dream house, and it's got some cute stuff in it. So, and we really enjoy it. Okay, and then we're going to move on to Antoine Bauza's Takenoko. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Takenoko. One of the prettiest games you'll ever play. It's a lot of fun. It's tile laying and set collection and contract fulfillment.
Yes.
And you're going to run this little panda farmer around that have different powers and eat bamboo and stack bamboo, and it's a good time. Yeah. Takenoko. We love that game. Hey, all right. Okay, next is Viceroy, and this game was designed by Yuri Zurhalev. But this is in my top 20 all-time games. I love Viceroy. I think it's in my top 20. It's way up there. Beautiful card art. Just can't be beat in this game. And you're building a pyramid with cards.
And gems.
And gems.
You get gems if you complete the circles.
With
all the same
color, you get a gem, which is very important during the game. Yeah. Check that guy out on the back of the box. Man. He looks awesome. I love this game, man.
This game comes with a player mat, and it fits in the box, so it's his favorite player mat game.
Man, I tell you. So, yeah, this one works out really well. I love this game. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's incredible. Alrighty, next is our favorite version
of Azul.
Summer Pavilion. And haven't had this game all that long.
No, not that long.
Yeah.
It's the only Azul game we've ever purchased. The original Azul we played at a convention. Thought it was just a little bit mean. A little bit of take that in it. So,
yeah, so
this one has it's still there, but it's a lot less in this game.
There was Azul, then there was Sintra.
Stained glass of Sintra. We've never tried that one, so I don't know about that one. But I do like this one better than the original.
Well, I watched Sintra played, and it was okay. But this one, it's a little deeper. It has a little more going on in it, so we really enjoyed this one a little more. So I really like Azul Summer Pavilion. Yeah, okay. And this one is called Reef by Emerson Masucci. Yay. This game's been out a little while.
Yep, we tried that at a convention before we bought it.
2018 it says, yeah. And this was the same year Azul actually won the Spiel des Jahres. Yeah, this is a totally better game than Azul, in our opinion.
Yep.
Just because in Azul you have information, everything's public domain in Azul. In this you have a hand of cards that nobody knows what you've got. And I really like that hidden element of this game, so that when you're playing you have a strategy that no one has any idea about because they can't see your cards. And you're building that coral reef, which is a lot of chunky pieces, and building patterns that are on your cards, and you play the cards to collect the coral reef pieces, and so it's a combination thing, and I really, really love this game.
And we have played that with 4 players.
We did.
And really enjoyed it, 4 as well as 2.
Yep.
Then we have the Whatnot Cabinet. Steve Finn, Beth Sobel, Eduardo Baraf. We kickstarted this not knowing a lot about it. It's a wonderful puzzle game. Puzzle game, set collection.
It's like 2021.
Yeah, 2021, brand new game.
Yeah. You know Steve Finn's games, if you've played them, Biblios Dice, Institute of Magical Arts. We really love this kind of puzzle game. This is probably, it's going to be in my top 10 for 2021.
Yes, definitely.
I love it.
Great game.
Yeah, it's a keeper.
The art's amazing. It's Beth Sobel.
Yeah.
And the art in it is beautiful. You're just collecting little trinkets and saving them in your Whatnot cabinet, and you have to match them either by color or not by color, or by shape or not by shape, and you score different points accordingly. And
there's public and private bonus cards, so they have that going on in addition to tile placement.
Yep.
And it's a solo variant in the box, so that's pretty cool. Plays in 20 minutes, and you know how we like that.
Great game.
So.
Then we have Little Town. Let's see. Little Town is Shun and Aya Taguchi and Sabrina Miramon. It's by Yellow, 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes. Cute little game. Came out the same time Tiny Town did. You know, Tiny Town, Little Town. I don't know how well that went over, but
yeah, I think that kind of hurt it. This is just a little Euro game in a little box. And we laugh about it all the time, like, why do we keep this game? But every time I play it, I have a really good time, so I'm not going to lie.
You're building your own board. I mean, you have little tiles, you're placing the tiles to build the board, so it's different every time. You got to feed your people.
The tiles are, you know, of the nature, where you place them, you have to put your worker by them to activate them, and so the tiles are all different, and you only use a certain amount of them for every game. And so the game is different every time. It could use 10 more tiles.
It's a little samey if you play it a lot, but it's still fun.
It's still a good time. And again, we can play this in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think you have 5 workers that you place for 3 rounds or 4 rounds or something. So it's very quick. But I like playing this little game. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it.
We've been going to get rid of this one a couple times too. And every time we play it, we say, no, we got to keep it.
And now the older I get, the more I love it. So.
All right. Then we have Viticulture. Jamie Stegmeyer. We have the Essential Edition. I'll give that to you.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of you out there have played Viticulture Essential, and it's a wonderful game. We used to have the Tuscany expansion, and it fit in the box. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But we felt like it didn't need it. I think this box, if you get your hands on this, is a wonderful game just the way it is. You don't really need to add anything to it. And this is Jamie Stegmeyer's, in my opinion, his best game design. It's certainly our favorite. We kept this and let Vita Lacerda's Vinos Deluxe go, in large part because we like the game, but also the box is a lot smaller, so that means something.
It's about box size.
That's right. Size matters, right?
All right, then we have Mandala. Let's see. Trevor Benjamin and Brett Gilbert. Lookout Games, one of their 2-player game offerings that they have. It's a wonderful game. A little cloth board. We just played it a couple days ago.
Yeah, what we play like 8, 10 times
I think we played it 8 times. It doesn't take long. It's a very quick game.
It's classic, let me tell you.
It's a set collection with a little bit of a twist. It's a fun game.
And there's so much about this game I love, and it's one of those card games. It's like playing Rummy or something. You just play it over and over and over and keep playing it.
Yeah.
You play it all day long. And the strategy is deep, man. I mean, it takes you a while. You have to play it like 8 or 10 times before you can figure out some of the strategy involved in this game. It's pretty deep. And
it's just a deck of cards.
Yeah, just a deck of cards. And the board is a linen like
Looks like a kitchen towel. Yeah.
And so the board folds up neatly and goes in the box, and I love that. And I know some people probably don't like the linen towel board because it has creases in it, but that doesn't bother us at all. And I think it's a brilliant idea because you can fit the game in a little box. Oh, I love Mandala, way up there. 2-player only.
Now we have Sentient, J. Alex Kevern, Renegade Games. Let's see, 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes.
Okay.
Puzzle game, programming your robots. This game will hurt your head. It is math. This is a math game. If you don't like math, you don't want Sentient. It's a math game.
I love this game, man. J. Alex Kevern, of course, did Gold West, and that's my favorite game by him. But this game, I don't know, it's right up there with that. You're separate corporations, and you're trying to attract investors, and you are building robots.
It's a set collection game. Outside of that.
And you can see the cards on here, and you roll your dice and place them across your board, and then you have to put your robot in there to match those dice and do what the card tells you, whether it's minus or plus, and you're trying to manipulate those dice to get the points that are on the card. It's a tremendous game, and it's another one, once you play it, you play it over and over, consecutively, just because it doesn't take that long, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then you're like, oh, let's set up and play it again. I really like that puzzle. It's a real puzzle.
This is the newest game in our library, Cascadia by Randy Flynn. AEG, Flat Out Games. We kickstarted it, it just arrived. Art's by Bess Sobel.
And there's the back of the box.
Wonderful game. It's a puzzle game. I really enjoy it. It's got 5 different sets of cards, so the puzzle changes each time you play it.
Yeah. Very similar feel to Calico, which is coming up next. You might as well yank that out. I like Calico a little. I don't know.
Calico's by Kevin Ross.
I like Calico a little better, I think. I don't know why.
Kevin Russ, sorry.
Kevin Russ. 2 very, very good games, though. Very similar.
I think they're different enough to have them both.
Yeah.
They're both puzzle games, but they're different. Different puzzle games.
Same time frame, 30, 45 minutes. So that's pretty cool. This has solo variant. I think that does too.
So does this. They're both a lot of fun. I enjoy both of them very much.
Excellent games. And it was wonderful that the Kickstarter delivered on time. One of the few that are doing that. I would advise anybody to really be slow in backing Kickstarters because a lot of them are having problems delivering on time. And that one, Calico, also.
Delivered early.
Yeah. They fulfilled very, right on time.
Great job.
They apparently know what they're doing anyways.
In the middle of the pandemic, they managed to get everything where it needed to be.
Okay, let's start over here on this end table. And we talked about Dr. Steve Finn. This is a little card game called Biblios. And in Biblios, it's a set collection game that is fast and furious. We really enjoy playing this game. Once in a while, if one of us is ill in bed, we'll bring in the TV tray and throw Biblios on it and play that.
Very small table presence doesn't. You can play it where you don't have a lot of space.
And you have, I believe, 4 dice or 5. I think there's 5 different colored dice and 5 different color cards. You manipulate those dice with the cards. The scores are going to end up being, 9 to 4 or something like that. Something real low because you're just getting the points according to the pips on the dice.
It's a lot of fun.
It's an excellent game. Dr. Steve Finn. Okay. And then we got our only real-time game.
I think it's the only real-time game we have left.
I think it is. We've pretty much gotten rid of most real-time games. We really enjoy Fuse for some reason. I don't know. Why is it?
Dice. You're rolling dice. Dice is always fun. Dice are always fun.
Well, we have other real-time games with dice, and we got rid of them.
I don't know. I like the lady yelling at me, maybe. I don't know.
There's a little app that you don't have to use, but it's fun. And it's a timer, and it's a woman saying, "Are you trying to kill everyone?" Stuff like that to put the pressure on you. And it works.
Diffusing bombs.
Yeah.
Our grandkids like to play the game, but they don't like to play it with the app. They don't like the pressure of the app. You can play it either way, but it's a lot more fun if you're timed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what is it? Kane Klenko.
Kane Klenko, yeah.
And what was the other one that he did?
We had Flatline.
Flatline. So
this after the bombs blew up, you had to doctor the people that got wounded from the bombs.
And it was fun.
And it was a lot of fun,
yeah.
But it didn't play that well at 2 players.
Yeah.
So we ended up letting that one go.
And this has a solo variant, 1 to 5 players,
Yeah.
and of course it takes 10 minutes because that's how long it takes.
And you can ramp it up or down, make it, by adding more bombs, you can make it harder, easier. It's a great game.
Yeah, we have a good time playing that. A little game that we picked up on maybe 1.5 years ago called Lotus. We played it at a convention, and I liked it when we played it, but we didn't get it right away. And I thought about it for a while, and we thought about it and talked about it, and then you found it
at a flea market.
Flea market, yeah. And we ended up picking it up.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
You're making beautiful flowers. It's a gorgeous game. It's a card game.
Yep.
Set collections, all you're doing.
Small renegade games.
Most of these little games, that's what you're doing, is playing with cards.
Yeah. And you're building flowers, and each flower has different number of cards that it takes to complete the flower. And you have little wooden pieces that are in your player color that you're going to put on those flowers and score points in different ways. But I really love it, and that box cover really does me in. That's a beautiful box cover. And I love the art on there.
That's great.
That's one of the prettiest box lids I've seen.
It's a nice game, real nice game.
And then we got Point Salad. It's fast and it's furious. Yeah. It was 2019. Yeah, it's simply a deck of cards in here, and
the box could be half that size.
Yeah. But yeah, there it is.
It's half empty, actually.
Yeah, Molly Johnson, Robert Melvin, and Sean Stankiewicz are the game designers. Published by AEG. 15 to 30 minutes, 2 to 6 players. Yeah, you're just
It's quick. It's just a little quick card game.
You're picking up cards in 2 different ways, as vegetables or as contracts.
Yep.
And
Use it for the front or for the back.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And you can, it's a lot of fun though. I mean, there's some thinking to it, because you have to decide when to pick up those contracts. And sometimes if you wait too long, you end up really looking pretty stupid because your contracts aren't going to match your cards.
Yep.
You know how I know that? Because I did that. Yeah, so I look pretty dumb that game.
It's a great game.
So yeah, all right. Then Medici the card game, designed by Dr. Rainer Knizia.
We've never played Medici the board game.
We have
only
not
played the card game.
Yeah. We have not.
But we love it. Just a little quick card game, set collection. You're loading ships, sending them out.
Yep.
Trying to have more points than the other person. I mean, it's just a simple little card game, but it's great.
It's awesome though.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. It's a push your luck element too.
Yeah. Yes, it is push your luck.
So that's pretty cool. And then Skull. Have you played that, you guys? I don't know if you've played that.
That is not a 2-player game.
Nope.
You have to have at least 3 to play Skull.
Yeah, we promised we'd tell you that. This is a game that we keep around because it's super simple and fun. And people who don't play board games kind of get attracted to this.
Yeah.
It's a bluffing game.
You got to figure out how to bluff and lie, maybe. How many does it play up to? 6? I think it's 6.
Let's see.
I think it's 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yeah.
15 to 45 minutes.
And we've played it at 6.
Yeah. And I don't know, this is a funny game because my brother-in-law Dan, he's really good at bluffing.
Yeah.
And he ends up doing really well in this game. And if you're not a good bluffer, sometimes you struggle.
Well, and a little bit depends too on who you're playing with and how well you know them.
Yeah.
Because then you know how they play the game a little bit.
But it's fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it's quick and easy, and they just look like beer coasters. The cards.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's how the game started. But yeah, it's called Skull.
Let's start with Alhambra. Have you guys played that? I bet you have, because this game's been around for about 18 years.
Spiel des Jahres 2003, it says on my side.
Yep.
By Durkheim.
And it deserves it. I mean, it's a wonderful game. It's tile laying, and it has cards that you use as the mechanic, and the cards are different currencies, Middle Eastern currencies or whatever, and you have to pay certain currencies to get certain tiles and lay the tiles down so that you're building along this wall and grouping them together and scoring as many points as you can, which is the whole purpose of board gaming. Yeah, we don't get the kind where you're killing everybody. We just want to score points.
We had the dice version.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun too, but we chose to just keep that one.
Yeah. All right, and let's look at this little game called Roll Through the Ages from Matt Laycock, I believe. Yeah, Matt Laycock, the guy that did Pandemic.
This is our only roll and write game that we own.
Yes, it is our only roll and write. I personally am not a roll and write fan, because when I have to get out a pencil, I just want to get out a pencil and figure out my score at the end of the game. I don't want to be writing stuff during the game. But the reason why I'm so attracted to this game, because the chunky pieces in this game are just amazing, and you get the player boards are solid wood and the dice are solid wood, and I just love this game because of that.
The player boards are almost like a cribbage board.
Yeah, and it is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I picked this game up for nothing at a flea market.
Got that flea market,
like 10, 15 bucks, something like that. And I'm glad I did, because I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if they're making any more of that one. And then here we got a party game that we promised we'd tell you if we had any, called Just One, 3 to 7 players, 8 and up, 20 minutes. Very simple game.
there's a word, everybody's trying to get you to say the word. They write down their clues. You throw out the ones that match, show them the ones they have left, and they have to guess the word. Very simple game. You can score it. We usually don't. We usually just play because everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
We don't usually
we keep a
scoring.
few games to take to family gatherings.
Yeah.
And something that's easy to teach that we think everyone will have a good time. And usually just one does the trick.
Yep.
And it's just fun. Just one is just fun.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of party games, but that is one of them that we keep.
That and Skull. And this was a 2020 game?
Yes.
2020. The Red Cathedral. The designer is Sherry S. and Isra C. So I don't know those people. Published by DeVere Games. It is 1 to 4, so it has a solo variant. And 10 and up. It says 80 minutes, and we do this game very quickly.
Probably about 60.
Yeah, yeah. So.
But it's a big game in a little box.
It is.
It's a great game. You're building a cathedral. It's dice placement. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's dice placement, dice worker placement.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good time, man. You're building a red cathedral. The first one, now, yeah. I don't know if it's a race or I can't remember.
I can't remember
It's been a while
I can't
since we
remember
had
the
it
game end trigger. I don't know what the game end trigger is.
But that is a very,
building a
very good
cathedral.
Euro game. And then the last game on this is called Sequence. This is a mass market game. I don't even think they recommended my mom.
Yeah, I don't have any
think
idea. I got it as a gift for my birthday, and we love it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's pretty cool. I mean, each of you has a deck of cards, and
It says you can play it with more than two, but you'd have to do it as a team. It's a lot of fun at 2 players.
yeah, and you have a board that's got just playing cards, pictures of it on the board. The objects get 5 in a row.
Yeah.
First one to get 2 5 in a rows wins the game.
Yes, in a
But,
2-player.
that's why it's called Sequence. But pretty cool. And there's some wild cards and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we like it.
We like it. It's a fun game.
Yeah, sometimes you just like that. What can I say? I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay.
All right, over here we have Draftasaurus, Antoine Balzac, Corentin Lebrat, Ludovic Montblanc, et Theo Riviere. All right, I'm not sure I can say all those names.
Of course, Antoine Bauza is Takinoko, and I think Seven Wonders.
7 Wonders. 2
So-
to 5 players,
Good board game designer.
15 minutes. This is a quick game. Very, very quick.
Drafting.
Yeah, it's a drafting game. It's Draftosaurus.
Yeah.
You're drafting dinosaurs, placing them on your board. We've played this with our grandkids. I played it with adults. It's just a quick 15-minute fun game.
Well, I mean, on your player board, there's restrictions to how you
Yep.
have to put those dinosaurs on it, so you have to think about it.
Yep. There's dice that you roll, and that tells you what side of the board you can and can't use, and you have to decide where you want to place them. And you pick from your dinosaurs, then you pass them along. So you don't get to keep the ones you had when you started, and it's a cute game.
But guess what? It's fast, it's fun, and that's why we keep it.
And it's got a lot of little dinosaurs.
That's right. And the little wooden dinosaurs are cute.
And we have Aquaman. This is another Cosmos 2-player game. Marcelo Bertacci, I'm not quite sure. That's a great game. Little tiles. You either match the color or match the animals. Whoever does that the best wins. It's just a quick little 2-player game.
Cosmos is known for their 2-player only games, and
Yes.
this is the most recent, I believe. And we really enjoy this game. The tiles are kind of like tiles in Azul, those ceramic hard tiles. And like Lori said, you're either going to be the animals or the colors, and you're going to match and try and get your animals to group together or colors to group together. And it's not as easy as it sounds because the other player can move them around for you, and it's so kind when they do that.
Yeah.
And so it's got a little bit of
meanness.
yeah, but not enough to turn you off.
You play a 2-player head-to-head game. It's going to be a little mean.
It's pretty cool though.
It's a lot of fun.
We love it. Again, it's 20 minutes of fast fun where you think a little bit, and we enjoy that.
Starship Catan, another 2-player game by Cosmos. Klaus Tuber, an adventure for 2 starfarers. It is Mayfair Games? Yes, Mayfair Games. I'll let you talk about it. That's one of the ones he wanted to hunt down. It was a little hard to find.
Well, we played this at a convention, which we've talked to you guys about doing that whenever you can. And I love the cover of that, don't you? It's pretty cool. And I liked it immediately, but found out it was very difficult to find. And I think we traded on the Geek Market for that. And there's the back. Each of you has a spaceship, and you have some dice. and whatever you roll on those dice is going to determine what you're allowed to do or to what extent, and then you're trying to upgrade your ship and make
trying to upgrade your engine, upgrade your
better,
the rooms in the ship.
Better, faster, and you have 4 decks of cards that you have to kind of try to remember what is in those decks because you're going to be drawing cards from them.
I think it's the only game we have with a memory element.
Yeah, I think it is the only game we have with kind of a memory element.
Because we don't have very good memories.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
I can remember what happened in 1960, but I don't know what I ate this morning for breakfast, as the saying goes.
And we have Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft. Another De Vere 2-player game. 2-player only game. Diego Ibanez. We bought this game knowing absolutely nothing about it and fell in love with it immediately.
You know, I just can't get rid of this game. It's very, very cool. It's worker placement and a 2-player
Set
only.
collection.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I would recommend this game, and you can find this.
It's out there. You're just collecting clues, which are actually cards.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get a set of the cards, but you have to have more of the set than your opponent has of that same card. So it's got nothing to do really with like solving crimes or mysteries or anything. It's just a card game.
But the art on the cards is very Victorian, which I love.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's a gas.
We really enjoy playing.
We like that game.
I guess all these cards, we got a lot of 2-player games on this little rack right here.
We do.
Another 2-player game by Lookout Games, Patchwork Christmas by Uwe Rosenberg.
Well, Patchwork is amazing.
It is an amazing
First
game.
of all,
Yes.
an amazing board game designed by Uwe Rosenberg, one of his best. It's in my top 100. A lot of his games are not, but this one is. And I enjoy this game immensely when we play it. And of course, at the end, whatever you haven't covered up, there's minus points for. And I think the one game we played, I had only 3 spaces left, which is the best I've ever done. And I was so proud of myself. But I love playing this game.
It's fun.
It's a gas. We really, really enjoy it. 2-player only, takes you half an hour, and I would suggest this game for anyone. And no matter what version you get, I think there's like 3 different versions
They just
now.
came out with a Halloween version. I haven't seen it yet, but I just saw the ad for that the other day.
We just love Christmas, so I do.
We got the Christmas version.
So I got the Christmas
We chose
version.
the Christmas version.
And you know what? As if that game isn't good and whatever and inexpensive, there's a cookie cutter
Comes
inside.
with a cookie cutter. Shaped like
Enough
a
said.
polyomino.
Enough said.
Okay, another 2-player game. Targi, Andreas Steiger, Cosmos. 60 minutes.
Yeah, another Cosmos 2-player only game that we talked about.
You just lay down a bunch of little cards. You have some little markers. You move around the cards.
There's a grid of cards you're going to put down. Yeah, it's a set collection thing, and there's a lot of thought goes into this little puppy. And you have targies that you're moving around the borders, and you're going to do not only what cards your targies are sitting on, but it's the ones that intersect in the center of the board. And those cards will be removed and new ones put in. So it's really, really a cool game. I love that
Yeah,
game.
it's great.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of trouble finding that one too.
For a while, but
They
reprinted it.
re-released it and then we got it. Another 2-player game. Jaipur by GameWorks. I don't think it has the time on here. Oh, there we go. 30 minutes.
Yeah. There it is. This is the old version. I think there's a reprint
Yeah,
that's
there's a
out.
new version.
I love this little box game, and it's just...
It's a set collection game. You're playing cards to get tokens. There's camels.
The designer is Sebastian Paulhan, I think, or something
Yeah, I
like
didn't
that.
read that. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we really, of course, I love the theme. I love anything, and for whatever reason, you know, I love the Middle Eastern theme like Istanbul and stuff like that, and I really adore this for that reason. But I really enjoy this game. It's excellent.
It plays very quickly too,
It's a sharp game.
Small box. You can take it with you if you go somewhere. It's a fun game. Okay, then we have Codenames Duet, another 2-player game. CGE, Vladish Vattel, Scott E. Tony. Co-op top secret game.
And there's Codenames Duet, of course, for 2 players. I didn't think I would like this. You just simply say a clue word
And a number.
Yeah, and a number. Let's say you say camel and 3. So you want to look at that grid of cards and figure out which cards have to do with a camel, and there's 3 of them there. So it's pretty interesting, and if you guess the wrong one, of course...
There's one word that if they guess that word, then you lose.
Yeah.
So...
But it's a pretty cool game.
It's actually a lot of fun.
I liked it better than I thought I would. Obviously, because I still have it.
Then we have another 2-player game. Is this whole shelf 2-player
I think
games?
it is.
I think it actually is all 2-player games on this shelf. We did played that pretty well. Duelosaur Island. Pandasaurus Games. This is by Ian Moss. 30 to 60 minutes. We had Dinosaur Island. Loved it. But it's an enormous table hog in an enormous box.
We can play this in about 45 minutes.
Yep.
And believe it or not, this game takes up a lot of table space.
It does still take up a lot of space.
Not as much as Dinosaur Island.
Nope.
That thing was ridiculous.
And I lost all my little dinosaurs, but they're in Draftasaurus, so I'm okay with that. But it plays great. We have a lot of fun.
I love that it still has the big chunky amber dice, which is important to me.
Yes,
And,
the dice are still there.
So that's pretty cool, and we like that game.
Yeah.
Put together your DNA to make dinosaurs. It's like the Big
Just
Brother
like the
game.
Big Brother. It's a lot like Dinosaur Island, but for 2 people. And we don't usually play with more than 2 people. So for us, that's kind of a no-brainer. And then we have Agricola. All creatures big and small. The big box. Our replacement for Agricola.
Hey.
Uwe Rosenberg, 30 minutes. Shortened version of Agricola.
We played this a couple of times and said, you know what, Agricola's out of here.
Yeah.
And we did. We sold it and just kept this because it has all the elements in Agricola that we love. The animal husbandry and tile placement and stuff like that. And it eliminated the cards, which for us, we didn't care for.
I mean, that's what people love about Agricola is those cards, but that is what I did not like about Agricola.
People love Agricola, and that's fine. It's a good game. We've played it, but we like this better. It's quicker, and I don't know. We just like it better.
Yeah.
And this is the big box, so it has a couple of little things in there.
It's got more tiles.
Yeah.
It's got 2 expansions with more tiles in them.
But yeah. All creatures big and small.
Then we have Carcassonne The Castle, Reiner Knizia. Rio Grande Games. This one was difficult to find as well.
Yeah.
And it is still difficult to find.
We talked in the last video about Carcassonne, regular Carcassonne, which we have and still love and enjoy. And the Carcassonne The Castle by Reiner Knizia. It's a type of game where in this game you have castle walls that surround the playing area, and you have put the tiles inside those castle walls. So it's restricted. It's not like Carcassonne where you can go all over the place.
And the castle wall is the score track, and there are bonuses along the castle wall that if you land exactly on that space, you get those tiles. So there's a reason why you want to be careful how you score and how many places you move at one time. 30
to 45 minutes, 2-player only. And we really love this game.
It's
Rio Grande.
It's up there for me. I really like this.
Really enjoy playing that game.
Yep.
So, and that is it.
That's it for this section.
That's it for this video. That wasn't too bad. This is our dining room bench that goes under our dining room table, and a couple of end tables here in our living room, and it houses games also. And
we got them everywhere.
We got them everywhere that we possibly can, and that's why we try to keep our board game library down to a certain number, because you don't want to have the building exploding or having to rent a space to put in board games. So yeah, that's our video for today. We're so thankful for all of you that watch. We're thankful for you that subscribe and that comment on our videos. If you have any questions about any of these games whatsoever, please leave it in the comments. We try to get back to all of you. We love every one of you, and we're going to call 911 now and have them come over and help us get up off the floor, because this is going to be pretty funny. We're going to turn the camera off first. Well, we actually can't. We're just going to edit it out as we grunt and groan and get up off the floor. But hey, we'll see you the next time on the Bones Collector for part number 4 of our video series of the Bones Collector 200. Oh yeah, and never forget that keep on board gaming, because it's the best hobby on the daggone planet.
Right.
Yep. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.